Hey there, welcome to Meetin Veg. I'm Kelly, your overly enthusiastic vegetable nerd friend, and today we're making salad. Shut up, you do too like salad. You know you do. I'll prove it to you.
Hey, turn up the caramello and shizzle on the shizney. It's time for me to what? Let me introduce myself. I'm Gino Burrito. My pants are made of leather. I find it hard to concentrate.
So today I'm going to make for you a salad that I kind of came up with a few years ago. I mean, I won't really say I invented it. I feel like when it comes to food, nobody really invents anything. You're just kind of building on what came before you. But this came out of some improvisation and sort of taking notes from things that I had eaten before and liked, and it kind of came together into something I really enjoy. As we go along, I'm going to show you which things are pretty important and which things you can sub out. So there's only a few things that are going to be really important to get specific types of flavors. It's a little spicy, which is kind of how I like it, but you can make it less spicy if you want to. And it's got some elements for everybody. It's a little nutty, it's a little cheesy, it's a little herby. It's pretty delicious. So let's get right into it. I don't have a name for it. If you have a name for it, let me know, because I want to have a salad named after me. And I definitely, I came up with this. I'm pretty proud of it. First thing, you're gonna need a bowl. I don't know what is one serving of salad. I'm the only person who's going to be eating this salad, and yet I'm going to use this bowl. You know why? Because no matter what bowl I start in, it's going to end up in this bowl. Because I don't know how to make a little salad. I don't technically know how to make a little bit of anything. I'm one of a million kids, and so when I was growing up, if you're cooking for everybody. Spaghetti is a big pot of spaghetti. You know, you don't make one portion of anything. And so even after I no longer lived with my family and I was only cooking for myself, I was still making a lot of food at a time. Luckily, when it comes to salad, I can eat this salad every day until it's gone. And having a nice big salad already made is a really great way to make sure that you're always having salad. We're going to start with some lettuce. You can use any kind of lettuce you want to. I have some romaine here. I think romaine is especially nice for this. Certain lettuces lend themselves to certain applications, and I think romaine is a nice, it's a nice crisp lettuce. It's especially good if you're gonna make a salad that's gonna sit in the fridge for a while. It holds up pretty well. Some of the other lettuces can get kind of waterlogged, like a leaf lettuce, where it starts to get, it's just a little too soft. Romaine can handle it. Romaine's a tough guy. I'm gonna go wash it, and Brian's gonna edit it out. So now that you've got your clean lettuce, when you've washed your lettuce, you wanna make sure that you dry it really well. I'm gonna grab some paper towel. So I gave it a good shaky shake, but you still wanna really get all of that water out of there. That's why they have those salad spinners. I always thought those were really stupid. And then I realized how waterlogged my salads get when I'm washing my lettuce, and then all of that residual water that I thought was off wasn't off, and then my salad's all moist. What I like to do with this, cut it straight down the middle, and then just kind of into some ribbons. Basically, you want small enough pieces that you can get it in your mouth, and you're not like putting an entire leaf in your mouth, which is ridiculous. But you don't want it really tiny. It's not a chopped salad. I don't think chopped salads last as long in the fridge. You get more flavor integration with your dressing and stuff, but you really have to eat it more quickly because, again, you're just going to get waterlogged. And that's, be careful of your fingers. Did I say wash your hands? I feel like that's a given. We're all adults here. Wash your hands. Don't stab yourself in the stomach, even though it looks like fun on TV. I think this is as close as I'm going to get to a mise en place, which is just a fancy way of saying get your shit in order before you start cooking, which is not how the Kelly do. I kind of just dug out all the things that I would probably put in here. So it's just kind of a cardboard box for the goodies, because we've got a good deal of that so far, and we've got to put a lot more stuff in there. So I might end up overloading this bowl. I've been known to do it. I do have some leftovers of a piece of red bell pepper. We're gonna toss that guy in there. I learned a thing recently, which is that if you're cutting something like peppers, there's like a little bit of like a surface tension kind of thing on this side. So if you cut it with that against the cutting board, you're cutting the softer part, less resistance means less chance of cutting yourself. We're just gonna chop these in pieces. Nothing too big. Into the bowl. Blah. These scraps that I'm throwing away, you can compost them, or what would make a lot of sense is to have a Ziploc bag or some kind of container that you keep in the freezer, and those scraps go into that bag, and then when it's full, you make stock. Speaking of butts, you have the little butt of a cucumber. You definitely don't want cucumber in there. Now, of the things that I have put in here so far, the lettuce is going to be pretty important. You're going to want some greens, but it doesn't have to be romaine. You can use any greens you want to. I particularly like some bitter greens in here, so if I had some frisee, it would be really good in this. Like, really good in this. So any kind of greens, but you do want some greens. The peppers, I like it in there. If I can put it in there, I do. But if you don't have any, it's still going to be the same salad. It's still going to be good. Cucumber, I feel like the cucumber is a big part of the experience, but even that is not a deal breaker. If you don't have a cucumber, it's okay. The cucumber you can cut any way you want. If you like half moons, go for it. If you like chunks, go for it. Make yourself happy. This is your salad. It's gonna need more cucumbers. Now I have this big fatty. This is the one that Misty Figs gave me. It is so big and huge. I'm not gonna use the whole thing. Maybe about that much. If I'm making a salad that's going to last for several days, cucumber is sometimes one of the things that I'll leave out. And then when I'm making my salad, when I go and I grab my handful, I'll add the cucumber then, because it's got a high water content, it breaks down pretty easily, and sometimes you'll have a perfect pristine salad with just these little nugs of slime in there because just your cucumber started to go bad. And you don't really want to have to rinse off your entire salad, and you don't want to have to pick out these little bits and bleh. So I really thought, I wish I had thought of that before I started cutting cucumber. It is too late. Let us crack on. They're nice, like firm cucumber. But a real snappy skin too. A lot of people, I almost said shave. A lot of people shave their cucumbers. A lot of people peel their cucumber. I don't. This is, again, a very snappy peel. I wonder what variety this is. But I am going to cut this a little smaller than I ordinarily would, because it's such a chewy cucumber that you don't want your whole bite to just be that. So I'm going to cut it a little smaller. And I think because the flesh of it is so firm, I think it's going to hold up. Sorry for the chewing. Bonus ASMR. Or maybe it counts as, what are they called? Mukbangs? Where you just eat stuff? That, like, how am I not doing that? Like, I can get paid to just, like, eat stuff? Damn, that's a nice way to make a living. So, some more greens. I have some dandelion greens here, some big fatty dandelion greens. And like I said, I do like to have a little bit of some bitter greens in there. Just chop them down and just kind of once more across. Just start mixing it up as you go. Otherwise, when you get to the end, you're going to have a very full bowl and it's going to be very hard to mix everything. So the bitter greens, again, not a deal breaker. Green onions, again, not a deal breaker, but they're really good in there. Green onions are lovely. Now these ends, if you want to, you can put them in a little bit of water and then they will just grow more green onions, or you can put them right in the dirt and they'll grow more green onions. Easy peasy. I'm starting to see why professional cooks have their mise en place. Because if you're making a video, it's so much easier to just be like, hey look, I got some of that. Next, carrot. This is a nice, beautiful purple carrot. Look how cool that looks. It's all purple on the outside, but it's orange on the inside. And you can chop them however you want. Got them in little half moons, because they're cute. You know, a lot of times the orange carrots that you get in the store, like, they're hit and miss. Sometimes they're sweet, and sometimes they've got this weird, like, like, I love carrots, but even I'm just like, Not so much. Really good carrots, nice and sweet and beautiful. The carrot is also not make or break. I really like it in there, but if you don't have carrot or you don't like carrot, you can leave it out. It's okay. This is watermelon radish. Again, it's not a make or break. And if you want to put radish in there and you don't have a watermelon radish, that's totally fine. Watermelon radish is just what I happen to have, and it's so pretty. Why would I not use it? Look how pretty and red it is. Oh, it's so pretty. So my pieces are about like that. Look, it looks like a little tiny piece of watermelon. If you kind of like radishes, but they're like just a little too sharp for you, watermelon radishes are a little sweeter. You might like those better. They're a lot more palatable and they're pretty. So win. When you're chopping is a little imperfect, we call it rustic. If anybody gives you a bunch of guff about it, you can feel like, this is my rustic salad. Look how pretty that's already looking. So pretty. Are we done? We're not done. We're barely getting started. Jalapeno. This is necessary. The flavor of the jalapeno is really important. The little bit of spice that it gives is really important. If you don't like it so hot, you can use less. You can also take the seeds out. And honestly, nothing is make or break. If you don't want the jalapeno in there, you don't have to have it. I think it makes it better. And it's, to me, an integral part. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it real small. Cutting it into like really, really thin matchsticks. This is the point at which if you want to take those seeds out, you go ahead and do that. The first time I had a salad with jalapeno in it, I was at an Ethiopian restaurant. I had no idea that you could put jalapeno in a salad. And it was these tiny, tiny, tiny pieces. And what it does when you have these itty bitty pieces is that you're never getting a big nug of it in your mouth like, oh no. But it just spreads the flavor and the heat all throughout the salad. And it's so nice and pleasant, and it works with all the other flavors so well that like you're really missing out on it if you don't use it. But I won't judge you. I love you. Eat your salad how you like it. There's something really nice about only cooking for yourself. Anything I make is always available to Brian. I'm always like, hey, do you want some photo made? And it's like, I don't know, 80-20. Like 20% of the time he'll be like, yeah, I'll have a little bit of that. But most of the time it's just for me, which means I can do whatever I want. And that is not so bad. Get some mixing going. Remember, we mix as we go along. Carefully, so we're not flinging things on ourselves. Next, a little bit of color. I'm going to throw in some red cabbage. Just a little bit. A little color, a little crunch. I love putting red cabbage in stuff like this just because it's so vibrant and so pretty. And the cabbage is going to really hold up well to sitting in a salad for days. So take off the first couple of leaves. Those are usually just a little bit like, meh. Because a cabbage will go bad from the outside in, once you chop into it, if you're not going to use all of it, then you've got a whole layer of like, it's going to get all dried out and grody, and you got to cut that off, and that kind of sucks. So what I'll do instead of chopping into it is I'll just peel off some outer leaves and chop those. And then you've got a cabbage that has maintained its integrity. So let's start there. That's a good amount. Because we're not using these for our greens. It's not our base. It's just an addition. So we don't need a ton. We just kind of want ribbons. Just little thin ribbons. This is not optional. If you don't like cilantro, are you sure? Try again. Maybe you do. Just try. No, you don't? Okay. What spoke so highly of you? So, you want like a good bit of this cilantro. I'm going to give it a lot of its flavor. You don't have to put the cilantro in if you really don't like it, I guess. Put the cilantro in. Just do it. You want a good deal of it too. Like, don't go super nuts, but you want to taste cilantro in every bite. See how it's looking? Is it done? It is not. And there's other stuff I don't have that you could put in there that would make it even better than that. One time I put chive blossoms in there. Oh, so good. So good, the little flowers, and you can eat them and they taste all oniony and garlicky and like, oh, so good. I remember the first time, incidentally, the first time I had cilantro in a salad. And that was when my mom was visiting me. My mom makes the best salad in the universe, and it's a different salad every time, but it's always my mom's salad. It always tastes like my mom's salad. I make some pretty delicious salads, but I've never made one on par with my mom's salad. And she was going through my fridge, which is how she makes a salad. Just what's in there, what's about to die, what's all looking sad. And she starts grabbing stuff out, and then she grabs the cilantro, and I was like, oh no, Mom, that's cilantro. Maybe you think that's parsley, but no. She goes, yeah, no, it's fine. Like, you can't put cilantro on a salad. That's so weird. And she's just go with it. And she put the cilantro in the salad, and guess what? It was a delicious salad. It was so good. Sometimes you just gotta try stuff out. Cooking is all about experimentation. So that's how I found out I like cilantro in certain salads. Okay, what next? Onion. Nice big fat red onion. Onion is technically, I guess you can make it without onion, but like don't put the onion in. And these guys, you can chop them small, you can chop them large. Just depends on how you like to experience your onion. Normally I'm a lot faster cutting onions, and I haven't gotten, the onion tears in a long time because I'm usually fast, but I'm not normally making a video. If there's one thing that I've learned from watching the cooking channel, it's that if it's a little bit fucked up, you call it rustic. If it's really fucked up, you say it's deconstructed. So our salad is starting to shape up. I've got a few other things. I've got some of those microgreens. These are the plain Jane. So this is a mix of pea and sunflower shoot. These are nice big fatties, so they, they're really holding up well in the fridge. Normally, like an alfalfa sprout is just like, a couple of days, and then they're just like, But these guys, they hold up, and they're really good for this type of salad. Are we done? No. Look how nice it's looking, though. It's looking really good. But you see why I needed a big container? No matter what container I started with, I was gonna end up with this one, and I might have to move to a bigger one. Cheese. The cheese is not gonna go in the bowl with the rest of the salad. When you make your personal bowl of salad, you will put some cheese on top. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut the cheese. So ideally what you want from your cheese is little bitty blocks. Like that. They could be a little smaller if you want. Doesn't matter. No. It's going to give a nice counterpoint to the sharpness of jalapenos and the dressing that we're going to put in there. You have a little sharpness, and you got a little more of a warmer sort of like a base tone flavor. I grew these my very own self on my patio. Look how pretty they are. These are all sweet millions, except for these guys, which are called chocolate drops. Ordinarily, I would not put tomatoes in a great big salad that's going to go in the fridge. Really shouldn't refrigerate tomatoes anyway, which is why they're on the counter. So I'm just going to put these out here. I'm going to take a few. At this point, I'm just assembling my garnishes because the main part of the salad is done. But these garnishes are very important, and we're going to make a dressing. Let's get a salad bowl. Let's not pretend that I'm going to eat any less salad than this. This is a Kelly-sized salad bowl. I don't know what one serving of salad looks like. Raw almonds. Trust me. Part of what they do is, again, they're another kind of like warm flavor that is going to interact with the cheese, and it's going to help to balance out the sharpness of the cilantro and the sharpness of the jalapeno and the sharpness of the citrus that's going to go into your dressing. Blam, blam, blam. So next is supposed to be avocado. My avocados are not ripe yet because that is how avocados do. So they're going to have like a 3-minute window sometime around 4 o'clock in the morning, about 4 days from now. And that's when they'll be ripe and best to use. So what I like to do is I like to get these. There's a couple of different brands that make them. This is a really basic guacamole. So basically it's just some avocado. There's a little bit of vinegar in there. That's fine. Water, jalapeno, salt, onion, garlic. That's fine. There's nothing in there I wouldn't want in my salad. It mostly just tastes of avocado, which is what you want. This is also really good if you want to take some of this to work, or if you want to take it somewhere with you. Avocado goes brown pretty quickly. and you don't want that. Honestly, I don't normally like single-use things. This is one of those times, you know, because like if you have a whole tub of guacamole, you're going to take a few tablespoons out, and then it's not going to last very long in your fridge. But when each individual portion is sealed up, it's going to last a lot longer. So as much as I don't like the plastic waste, it means a lot less food waste for me. I'm not going to eat a whole tub of guacamole at one time. Okay, we are assembling our dressing now. So we want some olive oil. And you just kind of, I don't know, it looks good to you. You can go more, you can go less, doesn't matter. You will get the hang of however much you want on there. I don't really like to measure because I don't know how much, you know. But we want some salt. I feel so fancy when I'm like doing the sprinkle with the salt, like I'm Salt Bae, and I'm just like, some oregano. We'll just kind of be a little liberal with that. However much you want. You definitely want to taste it. You don't have to add garlic powder, but when in doubt, add garlic powder. Now, fresh cracked black pepper. Most of my salad dressings, not all, but most are just going to be oil and lemon with something else added to it. I think the first time I made this, I used lime. I don't remember, but either one is going to work. Actually, I kind of think it was lime. I have limes in the fridge, but it's too late because I've cut it. And then just right on top. And then you take it, you just smush it all around. You just want to evenly distribute all of your dressing. And the avocado or guacamole and the oil and the lemon or lime is going to become this nice creamy sort of dressing. In the end, it's gonna look kind of like that. Not beautiful, but not everything has to be beautiful. You don't have to be beautiful. You can just be delicious. And when you get a nice sharp bite, and it's got that jalapeno in there, it's got some onion, and it's got a little lemon, but you've also got a nice bit of cheese or a piece of the of almond. Complicated, a little, worth it. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you try it. If you do, let me know. Feel free to tag me. Feel free to send me pictures or just let me know what you thought of it. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I would appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with me once again. I hope you all have fun and stay safe.
Hey, turn up the caramello and chisel on the shizney. It's time for me to what? Let me introduce myself. I'm Gino Burrito. My pants are made of leather. I find a high